everybody, it's Khristina from Redefine Creative, and I am so excited to be joining my friends Sarah Scraps and Suzanna Lee as we are playing with our new Paper Person kits, which always make me super happy. And the colors in the kit this time are just phenomenal, you guys. So this is my first layout with this particular kit, and I just love the colors. I love the colors. So I'm going to do some mixed media on the background. And this is something, if you've been watching on Facebook Live, I've been trying to do a little bit more mixed media than I was doing before. And so one of my favorite kind of little cheats here, instead of using a stamp or a packaging technique or anything like that, is I have torn apart a cardboard box. And I'm using that to create these lines of texture. And I'm adding just a little bit of water to them, which is going to kind of blur off some of the lines a little bit. It doesn't add a ton of change, but it's just a slight little difference. And so I have my three kind of little areas of mixed media going. And I'm going to go ahead and use this spruce ink pad from Catherine Pooler and go all around my edges. And then I'm also going to add a little bit on top of those three areas where I have my kind of mixed media clusters going. Now, in the Paper Person kit this month, there is this amazing stamp set, and it's meant sort of to be a tool for planners. So it's got like all the boxes, and you can put dates and all that kind of stuff, but you know me, guys, I'm using that on a layout. So this one that is meant to be kind of the week template, I went ahead and stamped on my background and just did kind of overlapping squares. And then I'm going to come back and kind of play around with all of these little square details and things. And so there's another little stamp in there that says one day at a time. So I've added some of that. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this plus sign stamp. This one was not in the kit. This one's from my stash. And I've added in a bunch of little tiny squares that have stripes. You'll see all of kind of the stamping I did closer when you see the close-up pictures. And those, except for the plus signs, are all from this Paper Person kit. And I really love this bright blue. I love the green. Like the colors this month really just speak to me. So I'm going to use a bunch of the cut apart sheet to create all the layers behind my photo. So I have this black and white picture, and it's on my last day seeing patients for my home health company that I worked for. And so that's kind of what the picture is. And the title is going to say closing one door. And I know I want the title to be underneath this big cluster that I'm making, with that mixed media down at the bottom. So I'm purposely kind of making the layers more like focused towards the top of the page because I know I'm going to put my big title down there at the bottom. And I'm using all the paper and cut aparts that came in this kit. So I'm just pulling little pieces kind of everything at this point. The cut aparts that I didn't necessarily love are the ones that I'm cutting out to use as the like striped background, because I really do like the stripes in the background. For some reason, stripes, you guys, just, they speak to me. Like, I need stripes on my pages. So I really love that little hint of stripes. Now, I felt like these thickers from Amy Tangerine totally matched well with this collection. The font kind of fits with the feel of the page. So I'm going to spell out closing one door, which is going to be my title down here on the bottom. I am going to go back and add some journaling, which you don't see, you know, on screen or in the pictures after, but I do have a lot of journaling I want to add for this particular page. I was trying to decide if I could get some of these blue letters in there or anything else that I might want it to say. I also decided my photo needed a little bit of foam so that it stands up a little bit more off the page. And then I'm just going to take some of that green ink that I had and just add a little bit more shading to kind of tone down that white cardstock background. I did just kind of want it to look a little bit messy. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some black splatters, which is just going to kind of go around along with that like messy feel of the background. But I really love how it's all coming together. I am going to take this bright blue Nuvo drops to add just a few little details in my kind of areas of embellishment clusters. Now, I don't have a lot of like die cuts and stickers and that kind of thing. I've done most of this with just the stamps and the pattern paper. And I do come back in and decide that I want to add a little bit more of this like corally color to my clusters. So I'm going to take one of the squares that also came from the stamp set. There's a closed square and then there's an open square, like where you could mark off the dates on a calendar. And I'm going to layer some of those up in each of my clusters. And I feel like that extra pop of color really kind of helps your eye sort of travel across the layout. And then I go ahead and take some blue and I'm going to add just a few little stars because I just felt like it was missing something since I didn't have ephemera that I was using on this particular layout. The stars are going to kind of like serve as that ephemera piece because they're a little bit bigger image. And that's really going to finish this one off. So super easy, super fun mixed media kind of stamping background to make. And I'm loving this kit, so make sure you check out what Sarah and Suzanna are also making today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, everybody.